Hey, Quincy and Hannibal Brody here with your Kick FM DVD of the Week presented by Family Video, where right now you can get new releases months before they're on Netflix or Redbox, and new accounts can get half off all rentals for the first 30 days. This week's DVD is the Hank Williams biopic, I Saw the Light, starring Tom Hiddleston as Hank Williams and Elizabeth Olsen as Audrey Williams.
She changed the lock on our front door, and my door key don't fit no more. So get it on over, scoot it on over, move over, skinny dog, cause the fat dog's moving in.
There's a lot that could have been liked about this movie. Tom Hiddleston is fantastic as the sort of tortured artist that was Hank Williams, going through and exercising a lot of his demons. There's a lot to like about Tom Hiddleston's performance. There's a lot to like about Elizabeth Olsen's performance as Audrey. She handles that role fantastically, but the film itself is so paint by the numbers. It's so, exactly what you expect from a musical biopic. It almost feels like the director, Mark Abraham, just opened up an IKEA how to make a musical biopic, and that's what we got. It's devoid of any sort of soul, any sort of introspection, anything that would make it interesting. There's an interesting story to tell, and they just don't tell it. And a lot of that ties into what is said on the special features. There's a lot of really great special features there. An interview with Hiddleston and Rodney Crowell, who served as music supervisor on the film. And they have a really great exchange about what it was for Audrey and Hank to be interacting, and how he was the one who was, overflowing with talent and creativity, and Audrey just didn't have that star power that Hank did, and how that conflicted and how that kind of helped destroy their marriage. They only really kind of touch on that in the film. They're trying to do this big broad overview instead of telling one really good interesting story, and that was the good interesting story that they just kind of skimmed over. I liken it a lot to Nowhere Boy, and a film about the early years of John Lennon before the Beatles, before the Quarrymen, when he was just a teenager learning how to play. That's a very interesting story about a kid who wants to play rock and roll. It just so happens the kid is John Lennon. They could have told a really interesting story about this tortured creative artist and how his talent and his rising star leads to the destruction of his marriage. And the guy just happens to be Hank Williams. They just didn't quite get that. The special features are actually vastly more interesting as they dive into the life and legacy of Hank Williams. They're vastly more interesting than the film itself. If you're a huge Hank Williams fan, maybe give it a shot. Otherwise, you'll probably be disappointed. I know I was, and I love Hank Williams. He's one of my favorites, but just a little bit disappointed. It's worth checking out, again, if you're a super fan of Hank Williams. Otherwise, you could probably skip this one.
You love me.
You love me.
Do you love me, honey?
Most of the time I do.
I'm Brody. That was I Saw the Light, and this has been your Kick FM DVD of the Week presented by Family Video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
And we'll go honky-tonkin', 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 honey baby. We'll go honky-tonkin' around this town.
Hey everybody, just want to take a quick second to remind you to click the subscribe button down at the bottom of the video so you never miss a DVD of the Week brought to you by Family Video and 97.9 Kick FM. Thanks for watching.